Hello guys, my idea with this video is to do opinion of the Nioh Beta without too much editing, so if you are willing to listen, pay close attention and let's get started. After playing close to 20 to 30 hours of the Nioh Beta, I really think that it has some strong points that it makes it stand out from the other games of its current generation. Just a little disclaimer, this game it's going to be compared with Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I know, people are always comparing with it, but come on, it's inevitable. And let's get started with the most upfront thing that you see when playing this game. The first one, it's the combat. And I think that the combat it's really well done in Nioh. Of course, it's different from Dark Souls, and I think that's one of the reasons that the persons that played Nioh the first time, it felt a little bit strange, but I think that's normal because it's different from Dark Souls, and people were used to play it like Dark Souls, but really you have to play it like Nioh, because it's a really total different game. And I think that when comparing with Souls or Bloodborne game, I think that it has another level of depth in the combat. You have the key pose recovery, the 3 stances that you can use, you have the skill tree that it can be explored for your strategy and mode of fighting. And this permits to face the encounters with a wide range of options. For example, I saw a guy beating Inoenma with only ninjutsu, only shurikens and bombs and shit, and it was totally awesome. I think that some of the ninjutsu and omnio magic, it's really overpowered, so it's also interesting to see if they are going to reduce it a little bit in the final game, because if you use it, it's really OP. But yeah, I think that the combat, it's really well made. It feels fresh, new, it adds another layer of possibilities when fighting. Then we have the level design. I'm not saying that level design it's bad, but it's of course different. For example, the world doesn't feel as connected as in Dark Souls, because we play and jump from stage to stage, we have the side quests, and they aren't in the same stage. But this also has some strong points. For example, if I really liked to fight a boss and I want to do it again, I only have to enter the level again and fight against the boss. This is really cool. I don't have to replay the old game so I can get to the boss that I want. And when looking at the stages, I think that it's well done. It has some 3-dimensionality, and some shortcuts that you can explore. The only thing that I have to point out is that I would like to see some more diverse stages with another colors, some beautiful landscapes, because for now the stages feel a little bit stale and not interesting, especially the stage of Inoenma. I don't recall the name. In some parts it felt a little bit bland to me. Then we have the fights and the boss encounters. And yeah, I think that the difficulty gap it's much bigger than in Dark Souls. Because, for example, the first time that you fight against a yokai, if he hits you with a strong attack, he kills you. Yeah, they deal a massive amount of damage. So it really makes you to learn the patterns of the bosses and the mobs that you fight throughout the whole game. And when looking at the boss fights, for now, I think that the only boss that was really difficult, it made me grind my teeth and wanting to throw my controller to the television, was Tachibana Muneshige. It was an incredible boss fight. After beating him for the first time, I played against him more 7 or 8 times. The fight is really good. Onryoki and Inoenma, they aren't really difficult. You have to learn the moveset of the bosses, but the fights are enjoyable. You get to the end of the fight, when you finally beat the boss with that sense of achievement, could finally beat that motherfucker. It's a really good sensation, and they achieve that. One thing that I would like to see, it's maybe a more complex moveset, because right now they are really simple. at least for Ryoki and Ino. And this more complex moveset, it would be very welcome, especially in the Twilight mode, because for me, now they are a little bit annoying. Only have one mob that's getting in the way. For me, it's not working right now. Then we have the multiplayer. I think that opinion is going to be a little bit biased, because the multiplayer for me in Bloodborne and Dark Souls, it was always a big failure. But in Nioh it was really smooth and it worked out pretty well. For me, the lack of PvP, it doesn't matter because I don't like it that much, but it would be nice to see, especially for the people that like to play Dark Souls, for the PvP fights. And lastly, we have to talk about the plot and the lore of this game. I just want to say that what really got me stuck into Dark Souls and Bloodborne, it wasn't the difficulty, the old hardcore gaming, it was the story. The only reason that I bought Dark Souls 3 was for the story and the lore. And sadly, I think that in Nioh, the story, it isn't going to be as in-depth as it is in Dark Souls. And yeah, it's okay, maybe the story is going to be a little bit more direct, but I think that I'm going to miss that. But I'm at least hoping for nice storytelling with interesting characters, some tragedy, something memorable. Something like Witcher 3. I mean, if they do the storytelling as they did in the side quests of Witcher 3, man, it's going to be really good. I'm at least hoping for that. And yeah, this was my unedited opinion on the Nioh Beta. Congratulations if you watch all of it. I know that my English is a little bit shabby, but yeah, I just wanted to do a more direct video and approach this time. Let me know if you guys liked it. And yeah, I personally can't wait for the final game. Let me know what would you like to see changed in the final game, or if it's okay right now. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you would like to see more, as it helps the channel grow. And yeah, I see you guys later in the next video. See ya!